Hey guys, this is Jess with Sourceful Journey, back with another video. I wanted to talk about another topic here. It's more so about the chosen, also known as the 144K to be exact. I think it's a beautiful thing when you realize that there is such a small but mighty group of us that are, just gracing this planet in various parts of the world. Just think about it. 144,000, possibly more, but I'm pretty sure it's 144,000. So just let's focus on that number, since that it seems to be the piece that's often pushed. Within a state within the United States alone, there's millions of people within one state alone, right? So to think of a number that's less than millions, 144,000 is an example, that is spaced out over the entire globe. That is a pretty small but mighty force to be reckoned with. To know that God has orchestrated something like this on this type of scale for a reason. And to know that each of these individuals have some walking karma tied to them, for if someone should ever try to cross them, and whether as far as harming them or coming up against them in one way or another, to know that that's going to lead to God making an example out of them. That's a pretty scary thing. All the while, it's pretty shocking. It's pretty interesting. 222, as I just said that. Intriguing. That's the word I was trying to think of. It's pretty intriguing. But 234, as I'm saying this, you just hope, of course, being one of the chosen, that no one would want to try to test them like that. Before I go any further, I'm going to go ahead and pause this video so we can go ahead and jump right into the rest of this chit chat. The beautiful thing about being a part of the chosen is knowing that you never know when you may come across one. It's a beautiful thing, but at the same time, it could be a scary thing, depending on how you approach this situation, approach this individual. You could be looking down on someone because they are of a different status of you, monetarily, but spiritually, they may trump your ass. And let's face it, when it's all said and done, when we all do return back to the dust, right? Got a notification. When we return back to the dust, are we taking any of these items, these valuable items? It's all about perception when we say valuable. Are we taking this with us? Where will these items go? Possibly on someone's auction block. Someone in the family may decide to take it and keep it. Someone may steal it. It can go so many different ways than just one, 1, 2, 3, as I'm saying this. So I just say this to say that, one should not be so quick to want to judge others. Like, same could be said about those that you may pass along the street. You may see a homeless person sitting out on the sidewalk holding a sign up, asking for money. And you can't help but wonder sometimes, like, oh, what could they have possibly done? Well, why are they in this predicament now? I wonder what their life was like. 155, as I'm saying this. I wonder what their life was like prior to hitting this low, this all-time low. And you start to think, well, not everyone. Some people may start to think negative things like, oh, they're, alcoholic. They must have been on some drugs heavily. And look at them. Shame on them. Not realizing their entire existence before could have been, what could have led them to where they are now could be something that is so innocent. So it kind of goes back to that whole notion, who are we to judge? 2, 3, 4, as I said that. Who are we to judge? Rather than stick out a lending hand, maybe giving them some money or giving them some food if you have it on you when you pass them. Walk away and don't look back, expecting anything. And to do so without recording it, just to get a few likes on your YouTube channel. You never know what a person's been through or why they're going through a certain thing they're going through. Granted, it could be something they've done that put them there. Or it could have possibly been a part of the plan that God has in place for them. It could possibly be a stage in their life that they have to go through before they get to the pot of gold at the end of their rainbow. That's why you shouldn't judge as well. And again, kind of going back to what I said a moment ago, the very person you're looking at, you could think, oh, they don't have much of anything. Oh, poor Johnny, poor Chrissy. But in all actuality, they can probably see how you appear in terms of your energy and say, oh, poor you. Because you may come out as one that doesn't have a soul at all. And at the end of the day, looking at the monetary side of things versus the soul factor, which one do I think that actually holds more significance, in my opinion? The soul factor, because the monetary could fall off. You can, just as easy as you can gain it, remember, you can lose it too. Part of the reason why I started my business, Sourceful Journey, is because in some way or another in my own everyday existence, I've encountered those experiences too. Not living on the street per se, but, when it comes to not having enough money or any money really to get you through the week, having to grow up in a household where you depended on government assistance, local food pantries, food baskets from your local church or local community center. Because that's considered like the norm, especially if you're growing up in a single parent household where there's a single parent taking care of more than just one kid. That was the norm. I vowed to myself, even when I hit my adult years and I've gotten into tight binds. A lot of it was because of my doing too. I take ownership of that. But again, it kind of goes back to that saying, you live and you learn. I vowed to myself when I started my business, because it's geared towards philanthropy. It's geared towards humanitarian work. That's my heart. I said that my goal would be on this earth, I would want to be able to help others where if I can in some way thwart that issue in terms of poverty or homelessness, in terms of my little section of the planet, that I would do it with heart, not recording it for just getting a few likes on my channel. God sees it, He knows it. And He knows your intentions are pure. Just know the blessings are gonna multiply like no other. Like, oh, this is what you wanna do? And you're doing it with heart, with gumption, and you're not looking to get a like or two on the video? Let me see if I can help you in some other way to boost that up, to accomplish that goal. So to be able to help humanity in one form or another. This, my friend, is what separates the real from the fake. It's very telling when people do that. And what's interesting, because some people who tend to do it for the likes or do it for the gram, as the saying goes, you get your accolades. Some people say, oh, it's so nice of you to do that. Those are the ones that look at it on the surface. But for some of us, you can see it on more of a spiritual level. We're going to give you the side eye. So no, you didn't really do it with intention, with heart. You did that just for views. It's not the same. We're not the same. My hopes is that there will be more people who truly have heart and truly want to see a better world. And understand that money is not everything. Granted, in this day and age, we do technically need it to continue to move forward in our everyday existence. But it's not everything in a sense where one should want to sell their soul for it. Somebody struck a nerve with that, with some people. Oops, too bad. But just to know that a way that one can recover, to show that you have some heart. Do little things. Whether it is giving them a sandwich or two if you pass someone on the street, or if you see someone looks like they need money, they have a cup, throw some money in there. I was gonna say some gum in there. You could do that too. I've actually had a person ask me for some gum. It's so funny that slipped out. That wasn't planned. But they asked me to actually give them some gum too. It was the funniest thing wow, I don't know. The fact that came out like that is kind of funny. Hey, if they ask for it, give them some gum too. But do it with heart and with joy within your heart. And as you're walking past them, don't look back. Don't look back as if you're expecting anything else from them. Because bad enough as it is, these people that are in these predicaments, you can tell that they're not enjoying it. As an adult, to be in a position where you are now asking for a handout, that's not a satisfying thing. Think of that saying, if the shoe was on the other foot, how would you feel? I would just hope more people would just jump on board and be willing to offer a lending hand to these people. You don't have to start your own business. If you do, that's great. Some of us, like myself, I chose to do that because I wanted to be more concrete, but at the same time, I wanted to reach further out. So not only, in my case, am I looking to really focus on it on a national level, meaning in the States, I would love for my business to go global in various ways, which I will not disclose those plans on here, as you can imagine, right? Certain things need to be kept close to heart, especially if you have a strong vision and you can see it come together. So that information I will not share, but I'll share enough just so you guys can kind of get the gist of why I started my business. So it's funny because it's kind of like that saying, when someone sees you, they be like, wow. And if they hear your story, you don't look nothing like what you've been through. I've gotten that so much over the years. I always tell people, yeah, I hear you. And the only reason why I don't look like nothing I've been through is because of only one and one only. God himself. And of course, his team that he has backing him in all that he puts out, our angel team. If it wasn't for that, or for that covering over my existence, my God. So yeah, just something to think about, you guys. Even for some of those who still continue to put out content like that, think about taking a different approach. Be more authentic. Don't fake it and do it for the gram. Because at the end of the day, let's say the gram Instagram, or let's say YouTube is gone? Will your heart still be pure enough? Excuse me. I had a tongue twister there. Will your heart still be pure enough? Continue to take on those acts and helping those in need? Or does it all come to a halt just because the camera is now off? Think about that. What are you guys' thoughts about that? When it comes to helping those in need? I mean, is it something that you do in your day-to-day? Is it something you felt like you've kind of fallen off on because of other things that are happening around you and you feel you need to get back into? And if so, in what ways can you see yourself wanting to contribute to the betterment of this world? Not only in the States, but I meant like on a global scale. In what way can you see yourself leaving your mark and putting a smile on God's face and saying, job well done? Leave your comments in the comments section below. Or as always, send me those emails or Instagram. I love that. I love the responses. And again, a lot of your photos that you guys are sending me, such beautiful photos of you and your family, your pets. Even your pets are so cute. Definitely keep that coming. I really do enjoy reading it. I really do. As always, consultations are still open. If you are interested, just look in the calendar. Again, with technology, you never know. So if you have any issues with scheduling an appointment and you are interested, just reach out to me directly through email, Instagram, Snapchat. I get messages there too. But with that being said, as always, I am definitely sending you guys with love and light. And just know that I'll see you in the next video. Have a blessed one.